So I was thinking about something that one of my friends said when I first was like learning about you, and she was like, just because she was like more spiritually um aware, or I don't know how to explain that, but she's like um forgot what I was saying. It's been happening a lot. Well, she was like if you had gone up to him like the first time that like you made yourself, like known and like danced and appeared, like on purpose for me to like see. She was like if you had like like gone up to him, he would have been the happiest person ever, and like I was just thinking about like um like it just makes me um it's like really sad to think that like you would have felt that way, you know, because I didn't, and like I know how bad that must have hurt you, you know. And like sometimes like my ego plays, tricks on me, and like I saw the advertisement for that like dance thing and like your like interviews, and I was like, I hope, like I hope that I don't like walk into another, like, it's no offense against you, I'm just like I hope like my ego is like, oh, I hope it's not just like, gonna be like more of the like peacock stuff, I guess is like the easiest way to put it. Um and so I don't know, sometimes I just like get like worried about that, I guess. And cuz like I'm going to be honest with you, when I first saw you, like I saw all the good and I saw all the like stuff that like, um we both needed to because I see like myself in you, and you're just a reflection of me. So it's not like it's just you, it's that like I saw stuff in me that I needed to heal, and like that's why I saw in you too. And everything that you've like expressed to me, like that's stuff that I saw like inside of you initially. And like I just feel like, I mean, I still do feel um like I was just trying to do the right thing and protect myself. But I'm starting to see like it like really makes me sad to think like how much that hurt you, Especially because I'm like starting to realize how like true everything that she was saying was like she was really trying to get through to me, and like just knowing that you would have been so happy, you know. It's like also it makes me like really happy to know that too. So it's like I feel like a lot of grief for you, and I also just feel a lot of like joy and like a lot of relief just knowing like I also didn't have to like I guess impress you or like show off, you know, and like my own versions of peacocking and stuff, and yeah. I'll just tell you like what my ego is like worried about, because I'm sure that you'll think it's dumb, but it's like, especially because that dream that I had the other night that was like I went to Hawaii, and like you were upset, and but that's just like another like confirmation that you care about me. So I don't know, that's just silly like to even think about anything else. I just like the peacocking is just too much for me to handle. Like I can't even handle my own ego, you know, like it's too it's just not me. And I hate like, because my ego, I'm realizing, is like I put myself below people, and that's just as stupid as putting myself above people. And I just like can't do that anymore. I'm like literally at a point where I can't. I just, because I know it's not me, and I know it's not reality. I know it's not true. And like I know the deeper like feelings of that is just that like we want to be loved, and so we're doing things in our like unique way to achieve that. And like it does make a lot more sense since you said that thing about like peacocks, because like it's really beautiful because I already had a very sacred connection to like peacock feathers. Like I even wanted to get like a tattoo or something, because I just like fell in love with what I was taught when I was going through suicidal depression and stuff. And like I'm not gonna lie, I was thinking of just I talked to you know, like the fifth doctor that like wouldn't listen to me and like wouldn't help me, and I was just like, you know, and it you know, it gave me those thoughts of like I can't keep doing this. And then I saw like your note, and it just like, you know, it was just like it made me cry. You know, like I am a crybaby. I cry like over everything, just happy, sad, medium, cool. For so many reasons. I just like that just makes me really sad to think that, you know, you would have been happy initially and I didn't have to do all this bullshit. You know, but it's not bullshit, but it's just like it wasn't like me, you know, like, and I'm realizing that too, I guess. Like I'm learning more like cuz my dreams I think show me who I really am, and it's like it's just not really who I thought I was. And like, I'm not as, like, I don't know, I guess tough as I am. You know, I'm strong in my own way. I'm just not, like, as tough as I want to appear, or there's just a lot of, like, imperfections that I have imposed on myself, and that's not really helping me, and it's not helping anyone else, because, like, I need to be, like, the example of, like, how you should be taking care of yourself, and, like, that, I think, is the biggest thing, is just being authentic with, like, how you're feeling. I think that's the easiest way to take care of yourself. And, like, it's so weird to me, like, I'll meet, like, really advanced, like, spiritual healers and stuff, and, like, even they haven't learned to love themselves. Like I had maybe 6 months that I taught myself that, because I had, like, alone time, even though I was still, like, serving people, so, like, it could still be a better experience, you know, when I get to do that again. I just think it was just weird. It's like, how, like, it just doesn't, I don't know, like, my brain can't understand how you could have, not you specifically, but just, like, us as a culture, like, how we could have a life after death, or life after death, or near death for some other people who want to call it that. Maybe that's why that came out. Because it's the same thing, but people that died call it life after death, and people that haven't call it near death. So, but it just, like, I can't, like, my brain has a hard time understanding how they don't learn self-love just because of that experience. Like, love makes sense. I'm understanding that does make sense, but self-love is, like, it's really a unique thing about me that I think I think a lot of people are trying to, like, learn from me in their own way, and I don't say that to be on a high horse, all right? I say that to be on a low horse. I just yeah, I hope I didn't get powder in my ears, because I don't think that's good for your hearing, but apparently garlic oil heals eardrums if they're even, like, damaged. Garlic oil, just raw. I had a hearing problem in this ear, and my mom put garlic oil in it because she's an herbalist, and it healed it, and I can hear really well. So yeah, like, I don't know, that just makes me so sad to think that you, like, it's, like, almost unbearable to even think about how that would have affected you, that I didn't come approach you. Like, there's just so many emotions of all, like, surrounding that. I think because of your experiences, like, you probably know, like, how I felt in that moment, and just, like, but I guess it's the same thing that, like is the reason that we're, you know, like, we have a lot of soul dates, but, like, you know, we want physical ones, and, like, that hasn't happened yet, but maybe that's why, is because of the same reason that initially, you know, and then we learned this whole thing of, like, well, you know, love is actually, you know, what you saw, and it just, like, it shows us that we can work through everything, but yeah, I just I'm just realizing that my ego's playing tricks on me, I guess, and making me, like, feel more afraid about things than I need to be. Yeah, so, and thank you for the gift. That's really cute. It rings really well, too. Really, really noisy and loud. Oh, I, like, had a dream about my grandma last night, and she became, like, one of my best friends, and, like, that just makes me so happy because I never thought that, like, I could have that, you know? I'm just like, what? That's so cool. It's a lot like the dream I had with Dobie, and yeah, yeah, it's a lot to think about, like, how much pain you had to go through, and, like, maybe you do this with me too, where it's like you almost don't even want to think about the grief that we've caused each other, because we're connected, and, you know, we and I don't know. What do you think about that? Like, should I, like, genuinely, because you, I think, are more spiritual than I am right now, so you're helping me kind of open up to more of that, but, like, do you think that it would have been, like, do you think it's better that we kind of, like, went through all this stuff together first? Okay, I don't know. I feel like you are feeling, like, absolutely, so I'm just gonna say that. I was feeling that really strongly, so I only say it if I feel it strong enough in my heart. You're like, well, that's not what I was thinking. I hate when I'm wrong, but I'm trying. But I think I'm pretty right, like, intuitively, like, I'm just feeling more. It's kind of like the perks of being an empath. Like, you may as well use that, you know, to your fanciness. But just know that I don't want to go anywhere without you. So I don't know if your ego's playing tricks on you, but I know that it doesn't matter how spiritual you are. Like, you still get, you know, kind of ego problems, and the self-love thing, that just blows my mind. That, you know, I think that's why people gravitate me with their pain, because, like, I know how to heal it, and, like, it's really really weird to me that I mean, it's cool, you know, like, that's cool to learn about myself, because it makes me feel just really confident, and you know, really cool. Makes me feel like the sun. It makes me feel like all the sunflowers. Actually, just one that someone stomped on, but then they picked back up, and then they threw in the garbage, and then they picked that up and ate it, and then they pooed it out, and then they shit it out onto another sunflower. So I don't know what you want me to say with that, but that's kind of how I'm feeling. Just a whole circle of life. I'm feeling like the whole circle of life, like the whole existence, you know? I don't know if that makes sense to you, but yeah. Like, do you feel that way? I mean, you do. I'm not even gonna ask. Like, I just feel so, like I want to be with you physically. I just feel so, like, I don't know, so like a little girl with a crush. That's the easiest way to explain it. So, but I'll just tell you my ego's, like, worry, because maybe it will put yours to shame too. I don't know, but it was like, it was like, oh, I hope that, you know, like it's not gonna be like him DJing up there and like then he like goes and like starts like making out with some girl and like wants me to see it, you know, and I'm just like I hope it's not like you know, so like one of us wants to be on a pedestal or one of us wants to be below a pedestal, or you know, it's, you know, like that Sweet Dreams song that you sent me too. So yeah, but I hope that's a lie. I hope I'm just making that, because it is, you know, pretty silly, especially just like seeing everything I do from my dreams with you, that, you know, it's obviously like, even if that were to happen, like the only reason I would go to Hawaii is like if something like that happens, because like it's kind of like, you know, like it is kind of saying like I don't really want you here. Like that's kind of how I feel like when that happens, and like I just don't want to be like inauthentic anymore, disingenuine, just continual junctionism, schmers, if that makes sense to you. So yeah, I don't know, just bottom line, like I want things to be equal, and I mean that was I think that's just kind of like part of my frequency. So like, you know, I'm gonna like really hope that like that doesn't happen. Oh, this is interesting. I'm starting to understand that now too. So there's, you know, there's a lot of things like I don't want to stress you out by telling you like stuff that I'm worried about that's like not gonna happen either. I just maybe you'll think that it's silly, and maybe you'll think that when you think of stuff like that it's silly too. Maybe that's why I'm saying it, because it kept wanting to come out. And oh, ooh. Yeah, things are looking up, you know. Okay, so, but other than that, other than my nose being a little tad higher than yours, yeah, I just can't wait to hang out with you, because like you're my best friend, and there's just so much like passion and love. It's like really exciting to think about us being in person, and like I'm not trying to rush anything either, because I think like both of us are I mean, at the same time, like I'm not gonna disagree if you like lasso me into you. So just saying, like I get, you know, if you want to go like slow, and I respect that, because you know it takes time to heal yourself, and like I don't feel like you've really gotten a real chance to do that. If I'm just being, you know, honest and personal here, there's something that occurred to me when I nuked the hell out of that word, and it just was like, oh, I've been studying more of people's pain through exhaustion, just because that's what I'm experiencing, and it gives me a lot more passion, like compassion for people, and passion to heal myself, and like just because I'm being more compassionate towards myself, and like allowing myself to go slow, and realizing that it's not totally everyone else's fault that they also like put unrealistic expectations on me, because I was fulfilling those expectations, and now I can't, and it's not even that I can't, it's that I refuse to. I'm just not gonna give into that kind of like, you know, I don't know. I think it's kind of ego-y in a way, if I can say that, if you'll allow it. I'm just kidding, but because you'll allow it. You just did. You just allowed it. You're allowing it right now. And again, yeah, so I just, like, I know that you're a very funny person, which, like I said, that's, like, that's, like, a number one for me. Yeah. Okay, well, we gotta wrap this love up, alright? Too much, it's gotta end, okay? I hate to break it to you, but nope. Yeah, it's kind of fun, you know? I guess, like, you know, yeah, I gotta say that there's just a multi-dimensional feeling that I had when you first showed yourself, okay? So, like, I don't even know what to say, honestly, but I just saw everything, you know? Like, I felt everything. When I say saw, I mean I saw with, like, my love eye. And, and I just knew that, like, and, like, I hate to say this too, but it was, like, I knew that you had a lot of healing that you needed, and I kind of knew that, like, it felt to me, like, I don't know, you tell me what you think about it, but it felt like to me that in that stage of our relationship, if I had gone to you, I would have still, like, given you the fair portion of the relationship and not been as fair towards myself, because I was still working on my ego too, you know? But, you know, like, obviously we could have gotten through it. I just think, like, being in person with you and, like, honestly, like, just and maybe you feel this way too. Maybe that's why, you feel the way that you do, because you've, like, you know, probably heard me yell before. That's not fun. I just, like, I don't even want to imagine you yelling at me, to be honest, because I think it would just, like, break my heart. I know that, like, you're gonna get angry, though. I'm not trying to, like, restrict you from feeling your emotions. It just kind of, like, scares me, because, like, I don't know, it just does, and that's how I honestly feel about that. But I don't know, I'm not trying to say that that's, like, who you are, because, like, I know who your soul is. I know, like, you know, and I don't know what I'm trying to say. So yeah, okay. There are literally just so many things I want to say, but I know that you like things to be very personal, and I get why now. There's just a part of me that also wants to, like, publicly express how I feel, and like, share the possibilities with other people, because I think that our relationship in its nature is just very healing, to hear about, right? Because, like, I think that's kind of, like, why we came here, you know, and that's really, really cool. You know, thinking that love really is, what you win, you know. I just love that. So, yeah, I'm just saying, like, I know now that I deserve you, and I deserve myself, and I deserve everything that, like, you want to give to me, and I am receptive to that, because like I want to share that with you and give to you, and yeah, you know. So I just like all the cute things you do. Like the art is so, it speaks so much more than words can. I mean, that's how I feel about it. I feel like I understand art more, and I think you do too, because you're just really good at doing it. And just like feeling your emotions, because it's obviously like a lot of emotion, you know, and like that's very sexy of you. Okay. It's a little too sexy, all right? But I don't know, maybe like just understanding, for me, like the most peacocking that I think we can be is just vulnerable, and like I would hate to think that you would feel uncomfortable crying around me and like expressing your emotions and stuff, and like that would just make me really sad to know that you were like holding it all in just to like be strong for me or for other people, like even other people. That's it, and it's because I really relate to that. Like I've done that, and it just like it's heartbreaking to see when people feel like that. It really is. Like you know, and like the thing is, like, you may as well cry anyways, because like I can literally like see, like my heart shows me the pain that's inside people, and you know, like I said, and it just you know, yeah, I just well, I don't know, I kind of like that we like did things slower, because there's like an element of just like, well, wow, now I really understand that first jacket that you made me. I don't know if you know, but I don't necessarily care what you look like, but like you are very attractive. But especially your soul, you know? Like it's just, I could never put one above the other. I mean, I do look at your largest self, you know, more, because I feel like that's more of the truth. Because I think just the physical, like, we experience pain, and so like we want to avoid that, so we're gonna kind of like do what we need to do physically to avoid pain, and like it just makes so much more sense to me now that like yeah, just everything, you know. So well, so I've just been forgetting stuff a lot, and like I'm still healing my mind, so you know, I hope you don't take any like offense to that if I'm just kind of like spacing out or whatever, you know. I could see that happening if we were in person now, so yeah, I really don't want to give you this rash, and I really didn't want to give you my pain, you know, initially, and I like at the point that I saw you in my life, I had gone through so many people that I had taken care of, and like I could tell that like you needed that, and it just kind of wore me out, because I just thought, I can't keep doing this, like I have to take care of myself. And then when, you know, my friend came, and then we, you know, like he wanted me to do the same thing with him, and I'm just like, you know, it just doesn't make your quality of life very like worth living, because I just felt like a slave, a servant, like in every kind of way. And I just felt, this is how I have my whole life. It was just like exasperated, all the same stuff. But that's, I guess, what I needed to learn was I don't need to be like that, and I don't need to take that from people. And like I am very happy when I'm in my own company, and I was a little heartbroken after Host, just because that was like the deepest or like the highest compatibility soul that I had ever met. And I admit that I was addicted to him in a codependent way, and so I know that I've been healing that stuff. And I just think that, like, when I've been open about my depression and how I'm feeling, that put some burdens on you, and I don't want you to feel that way, because I don't need you. And like, I'm not saying that in a rude way. I'm just saying I know how strong I am, and I know that I can have a very, just beautiful life with myself. And I'm not saying it's going to be better without you, because I think that it would be just that much better with you. Yeah. So, but that's the thing, is I'm starting to realize, like, I only get depressed when I'm around people that treat me like that, so it's not, I am not going to take full responsibility for that pain that people give me, and I shouldn't, because it's their pain. And as much as I've tried to help people with it, and they don't want to listen from their heart, it just, it kills me, to just be worn down like that, and people not care, so obviously, like, it makes me kind of switch gears, where I feel like I have to be ugly and leave and fight or whatever, and that's not how I want to be. I'm gonna admit it takes a lot to get me to those points where I'm yelling, and maybe you're like that too. I also know that, like, we have the warrior gene, so like that's just kind of like part of it, is like you can be more ready to be a warrior, but that that's only because you taught us that, but it comes from Kappa body type, which, like, I think I kind of knew a little about that, but now it makes more sense. So like I said, like, I don't know. I don't know exactly where the neediness is coming from, but I don't feel like I need you, and I've never felt that way. I know that I've said, like, oh, I wish that, like, you'd come save me or whatever. It's just more, I was the same reason I was drinking. I was just wishing for relief. And come to find, I can easily as all in hell give that to myself when I have alone time and I can recharge. So it's not about what I'm doing wrong. That's what I learned, is it's really not. And I don't accept that pain from people. I don't accept the burdens of being this, like, perfect goddess, or I don't really know how people see me, to be honest with you, but it weirds me out that it's like the people, so you get something different. I guess yours is like people expect you to be a hero a lot of the time. Mine's like people expect me to be perfect all the time, but I think that's the same thing, And I have also been imposed to be just the strongest one, but that's kind of what incorporates in to the perfection for me. And so it's not totally my fault being a child, being raised with that belief system. And it's really, I don't know. I'm not blaming anyone. I'm really not. I have no hard feelings about that because I've just learned so much from it, you know, like that's why I'm here. But yeah, you know, you would really love this room because of this. Okay, it's me. It's me and you, as you know. You're the tail, okay? And look, see, you're liking that, aren't you? That's you, buddy. Oh, look, there's like, it just was obvious to me that when I saw our sons and you're like holding them, that I love hummingbirds. They were just expressions of you as like us together, obviously, but it was like more you. And then like our daughter son that's both like is more me, but it's like there's a lot of expressions of your love in the energy that you have, because like let's just not even label it as, you know, one thing, because it's so multidimensional. But you know, like, you just like, has anyone ever told you that, like, you know, your love is too much? I know you've tried to tell me that. I mean, like, I guess I kind of understand. I mean, it's almost like, well, how could it not be? Because, like, I'm killing myself doing it. But at the same time, it's like I'm learning more about just being confident in my intuition and realizing, like, I deserve to be treated equally, at least as well as I can treat myself, and, you know, hopefully better. Yeah, we both deserve that, but that, you know, that's really how I felt about your love, so it was kind of interesting to hear that message from you. Yeah, you know, just it really, like, it's kind of like those paintings, you know, like they just like struck me at my core. It was just like so deep that my mind like couldn't even resist it. It's just so true. It's like whenever you say stuff that's like the same way I'm feeling, it's like, wow, that's really interesting, because I didn't I don't know, I'm just learning more about love, and you're like really showing me what true love is. And yeah, I think it's that simple, is that I just, in this lifetime, like, I didn't realize. Yeah, so yeah, well, I just appreciate you saying that, because no one's ever said that to me, you know? No one's ever said, like, yeah, you just, like, even the times that you thank me, I'm just kind of like, really? Like, that's all you needed? It's just a little emotional support. It's really not that much, you know, at all. I feel like you say that over like some of the most simple things, and it's like the weirdest thing to me. I'm just like, okay, it's like I don't even have to like bend over backwards for this person, and they're still like, you know, liking my style. So that's just really cool. It's like the coolest kind of relationship you could ask for, you know? It's really like, it's so much love. I didn't like realize how worthy I was of this, and now I really do. And I think it's fair, you know, like, come on. So thank you for everything.